I hope you've enjoyed Zombie Weekend as I've had, enjoyed. Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to what is the last ever Zombie Weekend. Yes, it's come to an end, but hey, we got one more review for you, and today I'm reviewing Braindead. Or Dead Alive. There's two titles to it. I believe in America it was called Dead Alive, but everywhere else in the world I think it is called Braindead. So this is written by Stephen St. Clair and Frank Walsh, Peter Jackson, and directed by Peter Jackson, starring Timothy Blame, Diana Penviers or something, Elizabeth Moody, and Ian Watkins. Not the Lost Prophets former singer, or well, not that guy. So this is a blood splatter zomcom where it's set in 1957, where a zoologist captures this monkey rat creature and manages to get it all the way back to Wellington, New Zealand. And of course we then follow a guy named Lionel, played by Timothy Belmy, who meets this young woman named Paquilta or something. And then there's his mother, Vera, who's a bit of a, has an unhealthy mother-son relationship with. And of course, when he's out on a date with this young girl named Prakil or something, she's like following him and watching him until she gets bitten by one of the exhibits, a monkey rat that she then kills. And of course that starts an infection where she becomes a zombie, and then she starts biting people and infecting, and the infection spreads to the point where Lionel's uncle, who then blackmails him over his knowledge because he wants some of the estate that he feels entitled to. And then of course he has a house party and everyone gets infected and becomes a zombie. And then of course Lionel uses a lawnmower to fight his way through the horde in a big gore splatterfest. And of course his home burns to the ground. So that's the story there. So what do I like about this one? Well, I believe this is one of Peter Jackson's earlier works, definitely long before Lord of the Rings. And yeah, this I would probably say was done on a tight budget, but everything in this film is done practically, I believe. There's no CGI involved except for motion capture animation, not motion capture, stop motion animation, especially with the the monkey rat, which we see in the film that's like the carrier of this disease, these zombies. And then of course the whole zombie splatter and the gore. Everything we see in it, like from blood oozing to blood splattering and that, it's all practical effects, and I definitely admire their efforts they put into this film with its gore effects, because this was in the early 90s, and even though the cinematography didn't look quite up to scratch, I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that at all. I thought it was good cinematography with its good 50s setting, and the effects team and everything, I take my hats off to them, because they actually I think their efforts paid off. Then of course there is Lionel's mother, who's like this big mutant zombie giant monster thing that we see in the film as well. That is just absolutely absurd, I think, in the film, but again, I'll give them credit where it's due with the effects on that, practical and stuff. Of course, I liked our human characters, our protagonist Lionel and his love interest in this. He was a bit of an oddball character, But I also liked the Zombie. I can't remember what the Zombie Baby was called, or it has a name. But yeah, I'm just calling it a Zombie, and it was a little mischief maker. Yeah, it was puppetry and stuff, and stop motion, but I think they made it work. A very bizarre little creature I that I did like, and they had that whole fiasco in the park. Yeah, of course, a lot of this splatter was all slapstick and comedy, and yeah, I liked a lot of this film. Like I say, good effects. Of course, there were some unlikable characters like Lionel's uncle, um, Les, who again was a very unlikable character, and I'd say was a bit of an antagonist himself by using his whole Lionel's predicament against him and stuff. Yeah. But, like I say, I thought this was a funny, blood splattery, gore fest of a film, and I believe had an X rating or something. Yeah. And I believe did not do so well at the box office, but has since gained a cult following. Also, the beginning of this film takes place on Skull Island. Whether it's meant to be the same Skull Island from King Kong, I'm not sure, but of course we all know now that Peter Jackson had a love for King Kong, and was since then a passion project for him when he did the 2005 remake. So yeah. Also, there was some just witty, bonkers stuff in there, but you can tell that Peter Jackson definitely has a love for horror, which he would go on to make The Frighteners a couple of years later, and I believe was the same setting and scenery he did that film. So, Braindead, what am I going to rate this one? You know what? I did enjoy it. I love the practical stuff. They seem to put a lot of effort into making this one, so I will probably give it... Yeah, I'll probably give it 4 brains out of 5. So there you go. There is my review on Braindead, and there is your zombie weekend. So yeah, it's all over. I've enjoyed doing it over the past few years, these 3 seasons, but although I'm not doing any more of these zombie weekends, you can watch all of the series on my channel, on my playlist, Zombie Weekend, anytime you want. It's just, as I explained in a vlog a couple of months back, I want to start focusing more on, my non-YouTube life and my mental health, starting to take things a bit more seriously in my life. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed Zombie Weekend as I've had, enjoyed watching it, and watching zombie films and reviewing them for you. So yeah, let me know what you think to this film down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description, so you can check all that out. I've been Random Ross, and this has been Zombie Weekend, Day 8, the last ever one. So, yeah, until next time, don't have nightmares.